I never pegged myself as like somebody that needed to have a family or anything because I found so many other things in my life that I found fulfilling. Biologically, I think something was just going on by the time I hit 32, 33, and my body was just like, I just found myself being really attracted to kids. We tried 2 years ago, and I did actually get pregnant, and then I had a miscarriage. It happened the week of Christmas, and we had just told Sam's parents, you think it's going to go one way, you think your life is going to be one way, and then all of a sudden it's gone. We started drinking a little bit more at that point, because it was just one of the ways that we coped with it. When you tell somebody that you've had a miscarriage, how do you respond to that person? You either have your own story to share, or you just say, gosh, I'm so sorry, that sucks. And, it's almost more uncomfortable for the other person. I did go through a period where I was a little bit bitter, and I would look at all of my friends from college and they would post all their photos of their beautiful babies and stuff like that. And I would say, that's not fair. It seems like it works out for everybody. Why isn't it working out for us? We went through that period where I was like, do I really want to do this again? Like, what if it doesn't work out again? What if we have another miscarriage? What's going to happen? And, we just decided we would try again. And if it didn't work out, we weren't going to try again. We weren't even going to bring it up again. It was within 8 or 9 months where we were just like, I think we should try again. Like, we're ready to try again. Mm-hmm. It was kind of a scary pregnancy. There had been a couple of studies that had shown that there was a correlation between a spot on the heart and some disorders. We ended up finding out that this was like a marker for Down syndrome. We met with a genetic specialist. She dug back into our family history, and she gave us a list of percentages of like your baby could have this, and you need to get tested, to see if the baby might have cystic fibrosis. So I had to have all these extra tests, all these blood tests. Every single time I'm waiting for the result, waiting by the phone. We go in for the 3D ultrasound, and then so they find another spot. So they find another marker on his spleen or something like that where it was another bright spot. They were like, your chances were 1 in 1,700 of having a kid born with Down syndrome. Well, now your chances are 1 in 700. Plus, there's a host of other potential disabilities that your child could have. Okay, you can get amniocentesis, and they could tell right away if you were going to have a child that was born with Down syndrome. But it carried a risk of 1 in 4 of having a miscarriage. And I was like, I just went through a miscarriage. There's nothing that I'm going to do that could possibly cause a miscarriage. So we just had to wait around. I guess we're going to wait and see in the delivery room. I didn't want to talk about my pregnancy with anybody. It was almost like I didn't want to post photos, like the baby bump photos that you see on Facebook and stuff, because I was so freaked out. My sister called me up and she was like, oh, I want to throw you a baby shower. And I was kind of like, I just wasn't enthusiastic anymore at that point. I was so scared. All the time I was so scared. Sam and I came to a decision. We were after all of our talks, and we were like, look, this is our child. It's our baby. We created him, and he's going to be born however he's going to be born, and we're going to deal with it. Like, we're still going to love him. We're just going to have to love him a lot more. I mean, we got so lucky. Sam's actually friends with somebody who had a child who was born with Down syndrome, and they didn't know. But we had these markers, and we had all this stuff. So no, it's never what you think. It's never what you think on Facebook. And people don't talk about stuff like this.